Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Mahomes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Kansas City.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Complete to Tyree.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 24.
Number 24.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the stop. It's a pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mike 48,
On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking.
It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, boy, you ain't
And
got no
all the
feet.
way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
To number 10.
Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm,
14.
relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And that one goes. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow going deep downfield for Roll. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 82 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Chiefs 14, Bengals 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
A gain of 50
Mahomes
yards.
finding Hill for a
First
big
down,
play,
Kansas City.
and even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
17-yard line.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Mecole Hardman the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Score, Chiefs 14, Bengals 7.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
when you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Bengals 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 10, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
The score, Chiefs 28, Bengals 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now he'll tuck it and run. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got this down to the 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
To number 24. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. 57. Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
To Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
14.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pollard. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. To return it, Darius Phillips. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
2 yards.
that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Jones on the stop.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
That's good.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kansas City.
Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Down at the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Hey, switch gears.
From the 41, Mahomes buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Justin Hopkins on 40.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
At their own
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Burrow. Open man, here's Foster. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another Bengals
first down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 27 yards, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
24.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Mahomes on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Turnover on down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 10-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Bengals 35.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
To throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yep. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Here we go with Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. taken about 7 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win